President Trump made some curious comments in the wake of the Florida school shooting and the revelation that the cops didn't act appropriately in the aftermath. Let's take a look at this video.
I got to watch some deputy sheriffs performing this weekend. They weren't exactly Medal of Honor winners, all right? The way they performed was frankly disgusting. You know, I really believe, you don't know until you test it, but I think I really believe I'd run in there even if I didn't have a weapon. And I think most of the people in this room would have done that too, because I know most of you. But the way they performed was really a disgrace.
That is, as usual, unreal.
The chance of him running in that building is less than zero. I mean, come on, even the biggest Trump supporters have to admit. In fact, you know what? We have a good little video clip here so you can see how brave he really is.
Call up Carrier, the president, because I have to do it myself. I know it's not.
Yeah, there's two parts of that video that I love. Now, look, to be fair, they thought that it might be a shooter, and if somebody gets scared because somebody's going to shoot at them when they're on stage, I get it, man.
I would have been scared too.
Yeah, but for that guy to then say, I would have gone without a weapon into a school and done what? That guy, okay. But in regards to the specific video, one is how he holds onto the lectern. He's like, whoa, stick the lawn, right? And the second, if you noticed, is how he holds onto the Secret Service guy. He like holds his jacket, he's like,
yeah.
You would have rushed into a building with a guy shooting an AR-15 without a weapon.
Yeah, it's, you know, this is the guy who said his own personal Vietnam was avoiding STDs at the orgies he went to. So the idea that he's he's some sort of brave person. He's the definition of a chicken hawk. Isn't he one of these guys who, you know, I support the military, I support every single war we've ever gone to, but of course I would never go and I don't want my family to go and, you know, I'm not that brave, but I'm brave enough to, after the fact, scold an officer and say, you know, I wouldn't have even disagreed with his comments if he didn't add the part about him going in. Like if he was just gonna scold the officer and say, you know what, you should have went in, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm with you, I get it. Like there were questions about how they acted, but he's using this and then he makes a ridiculous point about how brave he is because he can't help but bring it back to himself because he's a buffoon.
Yeah, look, would you tolerate anyone like this in your real life? That's the thing that I'm always stunned with when it comes to Republicans. So, all right, look, he's the president of the United States. So do I think that the officer there should have gone into the building? Of course I think that, everybody thinks that, right? What is he doing there if he's not gonna rush in to help the kids? But as the president of the United States, to call out an individual citizen like that, when he's already gotten all these threats and he has to have round-the-clock security at his house because people are threatening him, you didn't have to pile on, you didn't have to call him a coward, etc. Okay, but like not fine, but all right, I understand. But then when you say, I'm a better man than him, I would have rushed in even if I didn't have a weapon. Like if I heard somebody at a bar, I just met a guy and they say, oh, Kyle says, oh, I got a friend of mine, meet this guy, and he's like, and he says, oh, I would have rushed into the school even without a weapon. I'm like, okay, I hate this guy. Okay, yeah. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
It's just so gratuitous and asinine. Like who says that? Nobody says that. Like that's just a weird thing to say. Here's my question for you. How long until Donald Trump, and I'm serious about this, supports in some way one of the conspiracy videos about the Florida shooting?
Oh yeah, I had him on a clock and I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet to at least attack the survivors, right? Which he hasn't quite done yet, to be fair, okay? Him supporting an actual conspiracy theory like they're crisis actors, I think, wrong phrase here, but I think he dodged the bullet on that because there was a time when he could have hit the retweet,
right.
And his son did, if you remember, Donald Trump Jr. did, right? Yeah. But then he got so much blowback for that probably somebody tackled him, was like, hey, look, don't do this. Yeah. This is not the time to retweet your stupid stuff, right? And since his son already got burned on it, but there is no end to his stupidity, so you never know.
Yeah, you know, apparently Alex Jones says he talks to Trump every now and then, so there might be a little something, a roundabout way of supporting those coming at some point.
If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. TYTnetwork.com/join.